What's going on, guys? Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to break down the 3 ideal website structures that you want to be using for the latter stages here of 2019, and as we move into 2020, have these 3 styles and structures of websites in your mind when it comes to using SEO as a traffic generation source for monetizing your sites with either a local affiliate offer or selling the leads directly to a business, otherwise known as lead gen. So these 3 structures are in order from most beginner friendly to intermediate and then finally more advanced. And that's not to say a beginner can't do this, but for all of these, you're going to need to know how to use WordPress and how to make sure that you can set up your site so they will rank. The first one is your standard website. So this is going to be built on Thrive Architect or Elementor Pro, or hopefully you don't do this. Hopefully you don't make the same mistake I did last year back in 2018 with a just disaster of a WordPress theme I purchased from someone on the Envato market. It was just garbage. With a front-end builder like Thrive Themes, with a front-end builder like Thrive Architect or Elementor Pro, it's really light years ahead of what any custom theme could be from Envato market. So I highly recommend staying away from it. I can't say that enough. But anyways, the structure of these sites is going to be, for the most part, your single city site. So just like Champlin Lawn Care, landscapeirrigation.com, ridiculously long URL. However, it has worked, and it's proven time and time again to have worked. It generated roughly 223 phone calls so far this year since April, and 45 contact form submissions. And so if you're a beginner doing this, what you're going to want to do is find just one city with a relatively small population. Don't try to go for New York City. Don't try to go for Miami or Minneapolis or any massive capital city of a state or something of the sort. You're going to want to find a larger suburb that has competition. And let's say you're going to do Springfield, Missouri for your city. So what you would do is basically Springfield bathroom remodeling if you wanted to really hone in on just one specific type of remodeling, or let's say you're going to do just broad remodeling. That's what the offer is. So what you do is you build out your site with your homepage all about Springfield remodeling contractor. So then you have your About Us page, your Get a Quote, your Contact Us, and then your services pages, and this is where you're going to super optimize for this one specific city. You have a specific page all about bathroom remodeling, and then your meta title, your meta description, you're going to super optimize it, and also on the on-page content, super optimize it for Springfield, Missouri. Same thing for kitchen remodeling. And then same thing for home additions if someone wants to add another room onto their house or whatever like that. So you'd optimize each one of those meta titles and meta description for bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, home additions in Springfield. So then you have your on-page content, making sure it's in there with appropriate keyword density, and you're going to see yourself starting to rank. So then what you do is after you get your foundational links and that sort of stuff coming in and your citations and your trust and authority built, then you can start doing PBNs if you need to. Sometimes you don't even need to, but you start doing that and you're going to start seeing those rankings climb. You're going to start seeing traffic and conversions because bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, home additions are a little bit more longer tailed. It's going to take a lot less effort to rank than just generic remodeling contractor, where it's going to be a bit more competition. So then the next level up from this would be to target more broad of a location. So let's say you did Central Missouri remodeling. And so what you would do is build out your homepage, and you want that to be all about the headquartered city. So the largest city you're targeting. Let's say it is in fact Springfield. And I've said this many times here on the channel, but you want to have your headquartered page be all about the largest city because of the fact that that's the page that's going to receive the most links. So you're going to have all your foundational links, your citations, some of your PBNs are going to go to it as well. So it's important to have that be there. So that way it's going to be the most competitive city and it's going to rank easier. And then when you're sending all those links to it, it'll make the city plus service pages, which we'll get into, a little bit easier to rank. So the structure of that, you're going to have your About Us page, Contact Us, services pages, and then you have your service area page, which lists out each and every single city, the area served by that branded company. So you're going to have to check the affiliate network that you're working with and check their basically zip code list and see what's all included in there, and then input each city that you want to build out a page for. For these, though, being as you're doing it manually, it can be a real pain in the ass to build out content and to be building out all these pages. So I would go maybe 5, 10, maybe 20 at most. Otherwise, it just turns into a really big pain in the ass. Because number 2 and 3, there's ways to make that a bit easier of a process. But so then you have your other city plus service pages. So you have, I don't even know what's around Springfield, Missouri, but you have city 1, and that would be home remodeling. And then you have city 2, home remodeling, and number 3, home remodeling, and then you go on and on and on. Send your links to it. Make sure there is interlinking throughout the site, and then also sending PBN links to these appropriate city pages when it is needed. Now, the second structure that you can employ is a directory style website. If you've noticed, if you look through the search results, Yelp, Thumbtack, any of these big lead gen companies, they have pretty much a presence on the first page of every single search result across the entire country for the niches that they serve. So what you can do with this is build a similar style website where you basically include information about other companies on there, and you can even link out to them. You can set it up to be a no-follow link or however you want to go about it, but you can also set up for the top of the page to have your affiliate phone number on there or your affiliate contact form. So that way if someone wants to get a quote rather than make a phone call, you can still monetize that traffic. And so how you would structure this, and we're going to have an announcement here later this week on a cool software tool that pretty much does this for you on a WordPress site. But you have your homepage, which is basically just generic information. And it's not really targeting anything specifically. I mean, you could do the homepage basically targeting whatever service it is near me. And as you start building trust and authority with that site, that page may even rank and may even be a good source of traffic. And what I would recommend for these particular structures of sites is picking one single service. So going back over here to that single page site where we picked just bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, home additions, you just want to do homeadditioncontractor.com. I'm sure that's taken, but you get the idea. So then what you would do is maybe you just have a couple service pages here or one service page that just goes a little bit more in detail on these specific services. Then also you would have the request a quote, contact us page. From here, you have your locations page where you could actually do this on the homepage. Let's just say we do a separate page. Then you'd come down here to the state level. And so you'd have the list of every single state throughout the country. And then on each one of these state pages, you'd have a list of each and every single city in the state that's covered by that particular offer that you are promoting. So you'd have city pages here with a link to it, and then it would be a link to a city plus service page. Then you go down to the state page. So let's say we choose Alabama, and then Alabama has a list of all of the cities in there. And let's say you choose Birmingham. So then you'd have Birmingham bathroom remodeling is a part of that keyword. And actually you wouldn't even put bathroom remodeling because you already have bathroom remodeling in the domain. So you basically just have USA/Alabama/Birmingham, making sure the meta title and meta description are all optimized for the respective cities and states that you're targeting. So this one's going to take a ton of work if you're not using the right proper software. So if you are interested in the software when we do announce it here later this week, go down below, smash that subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when that video comes out, so that way you can get access to the software and start really putting this to work, because some of the results that we've been seeing with this have been absolutely amazing in terms of the speed of getting pages indexed and getting hundreds, if not thousands of pages indexed in a short amount of time, and then also seeing traffic and conversions coming in a very short amount of time. And over the course of even 30, 60, 90 days, seeing increases in traffic and conversions. And it's something that's really, really cool to see, especially because the amount of time that it takes to build these pages is very, very, very minimal once you learn how to utilize the software effectively. So those are directory style sites in a nutshell. And while this is a bit more advanced than just building a 1 or 2 or 5 page site for one single city with Thrive Architect and then just taking that template and copying it over to a new one and doing the same thing over and over and over and then sending links, there's a little bit more barriers of entry to this. However, with a higher barrier of entry comes a higher potential reward. And that comes in the form of more revenue and more reach because you're able to get more traffic with these directory style sites. Now, the third structure, when it comes to the actual URL and the page structure, it is identical to the directory style site. You pick one specific service that you want to target with your URL or with your domain, and then you branch out from there. So you have bathroom remodeling. So you have your service page, and you maybe not even need that. You can just have your homepage be about it. But then your contact us, get a quote, your locations, then it gets down to state pages. Then you get down to the city plus service pages, which are the pages that will rank. And the content that you're going to be putting on the city plus service page is similar to what we had over here with the site where we're looking to rank 5 or 10 pages or 5 to 10 cities. It's basically just information and content about that one specific service in that particular city. So bathroom remodeling in Minneapolis, and you go into detail about the services and the process and et cetera, et cetera. So I know what you're probably thinking is, how am I going to build out 20, 30, 50,000 city plus service pages without either one, losing my mind, or two, using duplicate content and getting my website slapped with a penalty. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a software that allows us to be able to build out city plus service pages that are completely unique to one another, completely different, utilizing spin tags on the content, meta title, and meta description, so that way every single page is completely unique. So that way you don't have to spend 5 years writing out 50,000 pages worth of content. Because what you want to be doing is utilizing leverage in your business to be able to utilize technology to your advantage to reach more keywords and more locations so you can start getting more rankings and more traffic with putting in less time and less effort on your end. Now, this particular software is separate than the directory building software. However, with both of these softwares, in my opinion, they are dead even in terms of which is better, because of the fact that the indexing and the ranking has pretty much been the same. We're just going to have to see over time which style website converts better, a directory or a City Plus service page. Look like it's a local company. With the national focus software, there was a little bit more of a learning curve when it came to building out the pages and that sort of stuff. However, both softwares were absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see the results here in the future, especially as I'm building out more and more and more sites and more content on each one of these sites with both softwares. So you have to stay tuned to full announcements of when we're opening up access to these particular softwares. So be sure to go down below and smash that subscribe, and also be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when those videos are released here on the channel. And also, if you made it this far in this video and you got value out of figuring out what type of website you want to build, be sure to go down below, drop a like on this video. If you want to learn more in-depth guided step-by-step training, there are links right down below in the description where you can get access to both of our courses that we have available. With all that said, be sure to stay tuned for the upcoming videos announcing both of these softwares, and I will see you guys in the next video.